Hi guys, karibu kwa familia yetu. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I feel like it's been a while since we had a little chat or just kind of hang out as pals. In today's video, I am going to be sharing a few things that helped Julian and I transition from husband and wife to mommy and daddy. And these are just things that worked for us, and I often get asked, how did you get your husband to help you with the kids? Even though you guys know I am a firm believer is there's no such thing as help me with my kids, because last time I checked, he's dad, I'm mom. It's a 50-50 over here, oh, 100, however you want to look at it. So let's just dive into it, and I really hope some of these can help you guys out if you're struggling with your significant other. And if I'm being very honest with you, this didn't happen overnight. This is something Julian and I have had to work on. Like when I first had Ezekiel, things were very different. Julian was working a lot because to him, he felt like that was how he was taking care of his part. He was making sure that our family has everything they need financially. And for me, that meant taking more of the forefront with the kids. And it wasn't working out for us. Like, I wasn't happy. He was unhappy because he wasn't spending enough time with the kids. I was unhappy because, well, I wasn't seeing him or spending time with anyone else, like real humans. You know what I mean? And not the little ones. Anyways, so after we had the twins, the one thing I did while I was pregnant with the twins, I think this is very important. If you don't already have kids, it's very, very important to set the standards that early. So while you're pregnant, you and your significant other should sit together and discuss things you're going to need to change or things you're going to need to implement into your marriage, into your family, to make sure that your wife or your husband is getting what they need during that time. One thing we first came up with was a plan. I told Julian that he cannot work as much as he did before. And to our family, that meant him leaving the job he was in at the time to working somewhere else so that he has more time with us, which was a monumental difference because with Ezekiel, he would legitimately go to work at 6 a.m. and be back at like 8 p.m., Monday to Friday. And this time around with the twins, Julian is home like at 3 or 4:30. You know what I mean? So it's a huge difference, and he's also home on Mondays. So it was a big change that our family had to make to ensure that I feel supported in that way. And actually, this should be number one. Number one, obviously, like I said, is having the conversation. And also you as a mother knowing what you need. I knew that what I needed was more than just financial support. I needed emotional support, and I needed him to physically be there so I can get a break. Number two is making sure that kids get the same amount of time as he does. This is very important because he needs time to build that connection with his children alone as well as you do. So it's not always like they spend so much time with mom that they only have that personal connection with mom. And when they're around dad, it's always dad and mom, not just dad. So right now, the kids get to spend the same amount of time with Julian as they do with me. I get to do morning routine. He does bedtime routine with Ezekiel. So he gets both of that. I put him to bed during nap time. He puts him to bed at night. So Ezekiel gets the best of both worlds, which is the goal here. I want our kids to feel like they have two parents, not one parent plus a father or plus a mother, if that makes sense. Another thing we do is we basically make sure that if I need a timeout, I get one, and if he needs a timeout, he gets one. I think this is really big because sometimes we don't want to do something because we're tired, and he's allowed to be tired even if he wasn't the one home with the kids, and I'm allowed to be tired when I'm the one home with the kids. So for example, we have our usual routine. I have the kids when they wake up in the morning until when Julian gets home, and then around this time I'm not really around them. I usually leave the house and go to Home Goods. That's besides the point. Go to Home Goods or go to Ross, where I like to go, have a coffee. And during this time, Julian is just by himself with the kids. And then I come back and we do bedtimes. I help with the girls and he does E. So we have this routine. But some days, like, he's so tired from work and he was like, I need a timeout. And that's okay. It's just setting those boundaries about the norm, and finding a space where me and him both feel like we can come and say, I need a timeout, right? That was a very helpful. Number two, as a woman, chores, you guys. I feel like this is something that This is something that seems simple and it seems like it makes sense, but it never happens. Like, I see a lot of women who say like, oh, well, I take care of the household. Like, what does that mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I feel like I initiate most of what needs to be done around the house, but that does not mean I do it by myself. So for example, like if I cook lunch for the kids, or which is usually what I do, lunch and breakfast, because I'm here in the morning, Julian makes us dinner. Or he cooks me and him dinner. And rule of thumb is you cook and clean, and if he doesn't want to do that, which he doesn't cook and clean at the same time, he still knows like I'm cleaning in the evening. Like I clean as I go during the day, so he cleans in the evening after the kids go down. Like making sure we all have the house chores divided in two is such a big help, because I'm not the only one who uses the bathrooms. Why should I clean them alone? It doesn't, you know, like making sure the chores are divided as well. Now some people like doing home chores by themselves. That's fine, and if that works for you, kudos. How does that word? Kudos. I think it's like kudos, or like it means good for you, I think. Well, anyway, so that word. And that also has been a big help for me. It doesn't make me feel like I'm so exhausted from doing everything that when he comes home, I can't even like enjoy him or like hang out with him without like, I am a type A. Everything has to be clean around me for me to feel like I can function properly. And he knows that. So having that partnership has been very important to us and has been very helpful. I'm trying to think of more things that kind of help us through this transition. Obviously, putting our kids on a schedule has been a big help, and I need to make another video on that. But what I want to do is next time, I want to have Julian kind of share his point of view and how the transition has been for him and things that he specifically do to be in the right mindset in order to just provide more than just like financial support to our family, but be there physically, emotionally, like that total package that I deserve and our kids deserve and he deserves too. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have him hop on here hopefully sometime this week, and he can share with us like things he personally did to help him be in that right mindset. But I hope that if you're going through your husband or your wife not really being there the way you need him to be there or her to be there, I hope that you take the time to have that conversation. It might be hard, but I promise your significant other wants to be there for you in every way they can to make sure you're happy and everyone and everything is running smoothly. And I'm going to leave you guys for today. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, and comment. And